All right, well, welcome everybody to this morning's question and answer session for Team Reactive. It is a bright morning here in beautiful Lihue, Kauai, Hawaii. And sorry about, apologize for the lighting, but the sun just doesn't want to cooperate this morning. Well, or maybe it does, maybe it's a good thing. Anyways, I'm going to mostly be sharing my screen this morning here to cover the part two of what I started there on Thursday night's question and answer session. But if you do have a question, feel free to type it right beneath the screen here in the comment section. I missed a couple of questions. I want to apologize to Sharon Cravens there Thursday night. I did go ahead and type in the reply, but I kind of wanted to provide a little bit of additional information as well before we get started here. First off, the first question she had was, will PayPal be offered as a method of payment anytime soon? It doesn't look like soon, but it is in the cards. The status of it is when the company went to apply for PayPal acceptance, if you will, they said that for a network marketing company to be able to use PayPal, they had to be a member of the Direct Selling Association. And we are currently in the process of that certification. And so maybe later on this year, we can revisit that once we've gotten certification. So if you keep an eye out for that announcement as ASEA announces it's part of the Direct Selling Association or DSA, then that will be a good time to maybe re-ask that question. We can revisit that. Next question was with regards to an annual charge for associateship status. The answer is yes. There is a annual charge, $25 is what currently the agreement says. However, ASEA has not started collecting that yet. They will be enforcing that here in the very near future, so keep an eye out for that. There'll be an announcement made. All right. So those are with regards to the questions. And again, what I'm going to do now, Thursday, and we'll post that previous episode. There's a link to previous episodes here under the screen. I kind of went over my professional career, if you will, in network marketing and my experiences so that you could hopefully, and your prospects as well, could hopefully avoid having to do all that through your own personal experience and therefore shorten the learning curve and speed up your success. Okay, so I know it's very enticing. A lot of these business opportunities, they sound like great ideas because you might be familiar with a product or a service. For example, let's say travel. Okay, a lot of you get excited about traveling, as I think most people do, seeing new places, exciting lands. And so they feel like, wow, I should start a travel business, right? And then I can just travel and that'll be great. I'll make a lot of money. Well, the problem is that there's gajillion other people that have that same great idea. And not only that, when you factor in now the internet and automated websites like Expedia, Hotwire, Kayak, you name it, there's tons of them out there. You know, people at bottom line is if you're going to stay in a hotel room and somewhere else you can search and they're going to get that hotel room for X amount lower, you're going for the lower place. It's the same room, right? So it becomes very difficult. Other things like technology type services, I covered my experience there. Technology moves at such a rapid rate. If you're going to say, oh, let's enable video conferencing over the internet and we'll sell people and they can pay us $20 a month or $30 a month to be able to see and talk to each other. Now, I know some of you are already laughing out there, right? But that's literally what people have tried and done. And what the challenges in that space, as we're seeing right now, what I'm doing right now, being able to broadcast to an unlimited viewers, there could be, you know, down the road, millions of people watch this. It's absolutely free. How do you compete with free? Okay, it's hard to pay enough commissions out on free, right? To make a substantial living or really anything at all. So bottom line is technology is all converging and all ending up being subsidizing by advertisement. So people tell you whether it's voice over IP services, video services, you name it. It's a tough space to be in, especially as a network marketing product, because the the network marketing products that move or change fast are very, very difficult, because you have to make thousands or tens or hundreds of thousands of people aware of every change. People just can't move that fast. So again, that's a tough one as well. Of course, regular vitamins and minerals and super juices, those are also a dime a dozen. Someone says, oh, I have a unique berry or a unique juice. Well, guess what? You can take that same juice, modify it about 10 or 20%, put it in your own bottle and sell the stuff and say you've got a unique juice. So really, truly not unique. And again, most of this stuff ends up in the store. So these are just some of the lessons I've learned. That's specifically with regards to product. I also talked about some of the pitfalls that can happen with the business end of things, of management that is unethical or doesn't have integrity or just flat out doesn't know what they're doing. Companies that don't launch with enough investment capital, so they run out of money too fast. Those are a few things that can happen on the management end, and of course, a majority of things out there really don't have defensible product patents or defensible science or third-party validation things. So what I'm gonna do now here this morning and over the next 10 minutes is kind of cover why I chose to make ASEA my home. Because again, after spending 13 years and having some pretty good success, but seeing companies go away, why I felt that ASEA was not going away, and why that's actually has been the case, and why it continues to get stronger, and why now specifically is the best time to get involved with the opportunity. Because those getting involved now will have the greatest potential to earn the most amount of income in the shortest period of time. Okay, and I'll clarify that here as I close. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay, and then let me flip over to my presentation here and start the presentation. Okay, so, oh, you know what? I just realized I want to go through the whole thing again. So I want to jump right to the section. Again, you can watch the previous section when we reposted underneath in the link here for the previous episodes. Okay, well, it is Saturday, so great to see you. Let me talk now, pick up and talk about our executive management team, as I mentioned just a moment ago. These are just some of our key executives, from our CEO in the upper left, Chuck Funke, to our president, Jerem Webb, our executive vice president, Kurt Richards, chief operations officer, Scott Aldred, our senior vice president of sales, Craig Daly, our managing director of Europe there, Franz Gog, our VP of Western and Canada, Western US and Canada, which is Karen Riley, as well as Justin Wilson, who is the Vice President of Europe, and then our new General Counsel, our corporate General Counsel there, Ben Tyler, and then our Vice President of Finance, Dave Wall. These are just a few of our high-level executives. Most of them came or have Fortune 500 backgrounds. Some of them have actually been in companies that started from almost nothing and took them to over $100 million in sales. So we really have the best of the best. It's such a great, diverse experience background in both traditional and network marketing spaces. Okay. And we attribute a lot of that to our founders there, like Vertus Norton, Tyler Norton, Jim Pack, who attracted this top tier level of talent. Now, the business performance with ASEA was well funded. It was debt free within the very first year. Today, over $230 million in product sales. We are now in the top 100 global network marketing companies, top 50 in the United States. We are in 25 countries, over 125 employees, and to date we have paid out over $100 million in commissions. Think about that, $100 million commissions in the pockets of our hardworking associates out there. And whether someone's just getting an extra, let's say hundreds of dollars a month to thousands or tens of thousands, even we have a few folks who made it to over $100,000 a month, whatever the range is, those income goals have all been achieved. Now, ASEA has very unique and patent-protected products, which are fundamentally the most significant health breakthrough of modern times. You see, when you go out and you're buying all these vitamins and nutritional supplements and juices, those types of products are Me Too products, if you will, and you can most of the time find them the same ingredients in health food stores or some grocery stores that you walk into. And the reality is this, your body doesn't make those products, okay? Your body doesn't make orange juice, doesn't make blueberry juice or some superfruit juice, for example. However, everything in a bottle of ASEA is being manufactured inside of every single cell of your body, every second of every day. It's completely native. So it goes beyond the term natural to being native. And that's why it is truly the most significant health and wellness supplement that you can purchase out there. And you can only get it through ASEA. Now, multiple registered patents to protect the technology. And we actually manufacture ASEA in-house at our 33,000 square foot manufacturing facility. We'll take a look at that here in just a second. And less than 15% of the companies in our industry can make that claim. And that's why when I talk about the majority of other companies out there, their products are easily copyable. It's because these product manufacturers will just say, look, oh yeah, you're looking for a product with acai berry juice and some mangosteen fruit, some fucoidan, some noni fruit juice in there, some goji berries. Okay, we'll take that, we'll mix it up a little bit differently, and boom, here's your unique superfruit juice. Okay, so if they were truly that unique and different, then they would have to make it themselves as well, because they would want to protect their patents as well. So we have all that, and you're going to see it's pretty exciting what you're going to see. Our products are also science-based and validated by third-party entities. We'll take a look at that in a minute as well. But let's take a look at the production facility. Our facility is FDA registered. It's also NSF GMP certified. This is, to most of the people in the industry, even more powerful than just having the FDA registration. It's also kosher certified, and you'll see that logo as well on our bottles, the kosher star. We can produce up to $800 million of ASEA and renew 28 per year. And our facility is tourable. In other words, you can go and take a walk through and see where it's being manufactured, the bottling line, and the shipping, etc. It's all up there in Pleasant Grove, Utah. You can just need to schedule it ahead of time. So here's what it looks like. And there's some pictures, again, from the bottling line, from the distillation vats, all that good stuff. You can actually tour that 33,000 square foot facility. Now, science-based and validated. There's been human and animal studies done at the prestigious David H. Murdoch Research Institute at Appalachian State University. Also, 5-star certification received by Dermatest, one of the top 10 dermatological research institutes in the world. Certified by BioAgilytix. BioAgilytix verifies ingredients for 8 of the top 10 pharmaceutical companies in the world. And they basically verify that what you say is in your product is actually in there. And they come in every week now and verify that redox signaling molecules are in ASEA. We are the only redox certified product in the world. Stevens and Associates did some studies and are doing ongoing studies on skin cell renewal and turnover, as well as blood flow increase, and much more. Now, so we have got this amazing product technology, more fundamental than any health and wellness supplement in the world. How do we get this out to the public? Well, we have to have a duplicable business process. And this process has been developed with millions of dollars of behavioral research over a number of years. We provide all of our associates with a front-facing marketing website, so you can educate others and give them all the information that they need to make an informed decision to start an ASEA business. And then once they get started, they'll be able to subscribe to the ASEA Business Coach, which provides everyone with a virtual assistant, and her name is Jeannie. And Jeannie will take you through every step of the way, educating you about the business, and she educates you on demand. So it's not like you're going to be watching hours or days worth of information. Okay, when you need to do a specific task, you'll watch a video. It's like 3 to 5 minutes long, and you'll actually execute on that action so that you remember it, that it's usable. Again, this is all based on a lot of educational science technology. Now, she's also going to track and monitor as you're putting your prospects and contacts into the platform, that you're sending them the right information, that she's going to teach you how to properly communicate with someone. Okay, because the reality is you're not going to talk to someone you don't know the same way as you talk to someone that that's your best friend, right? If you said, "Hey, Jim, how are you doing? Would you like to participate in a great business opportunity?" He'll look at you like you've lost your mind, right? Or that you're trying to sell him something, right? So you want to make sure that you're sending the right message to the right people. And that's what she teaches you how to do. There are hundreds of scripts, and she modifies that based on how you classify each person about what you know about them. Okay, and then it's a duplication engine. Literally, even if you, let's say, just met someone casually, they signed up, you got them going online, and they lived in the middle of nowhere. Okay, as we say, Podunk, Iowa, for example. Okay, in the middle of nowhere, they can log in, and they can have Jeannie right next to them as well, guiding them through every step of this business building process. So again, it gives everyone a real shot at creating success, even if their enroller or the person who initially introduced them to the business loses focus, leaves the reservation, gets abducted by aliens. Okay, even if they're not around, everyone has a great chance of succeeding because of Jeannie. So it's really, and this is brand new, so you can be one of the first. As this technology is unfolding, all these features are going live. It's just an amazing place right now to be here to see it, building a business. Okay, phenomenal compensation plan. Immediate active income, residual income, and the ability to truly create wealth. And we do this from all these different commission mechanisms. Retail profits, we have a preferred customer bonus, fast star bonus, director bonus, team commissions, executive momentum pool, and then check match. So as you go through the plan, you're getting fast profits, you're starting to create some residual, which is recurring income, right? Give you an example. We all have recurring or residual bills, correct? Wouldn't it be great if you had residual income to pay those bills, regardless of whether or not you were doing anything? That's what residual income is. And then legacy building income, that's where wealth creation takes place. That's where you start to really create and leverage big numbers. And you do this by helping other people to help other people, okay? So we have a great path. It's called our Peak Performance Program. It starts as you, from the day you start as an associate to hitting your next goal of becoming a director. And that's simply by going out and finding 2 people that would also like to take advantage of our incredible technologies and business opportunities. Then as you go from director, you go to director 300, 700, bronze, you go up the plan all the way to the top level, which is triple diamond. And in this process, you'll get training. Okay, starting with our first event, the ASEA Envision event, takes place a little later on this year in Las Vegas, Nevada. And then we have base camp. We have a couple base camps that take place throughout the year. And then ASEA Ascent as you get up in these higher executive ranks. And then your goal is to attend the Diamond Summit, which are in phenomenal, spectacular locations. This year is going to be in the beautiful Virgin Islands and St. Thomas at the Ritz-Carlton. So you can set your sights on whatever lofty goal you want. I can tell you, up to ASEA Envision, these folks are, looking at generating hundreds of dollars a month. When you get in here into the bronze executive through the, gold executive ranks, and you're qualifying for the space camp, these folks are in the thousands of dollars a month of income target range. And then the ASEA Ascent event, these are for people achieving platinum. Actually, if you hit gold a couple times, you can go as well, but it's really transitioning you and getting you ready and prepped for becoming a diamond. These are people now that are making typically over 5 figures a month, over $10,000 a month in income. And then, of course, when you hit the diamond ranks, diamond, double diamond, triple diamond, you're looking at multiple 5 figures per month. We even have a few folks that have hit over $100,000 of income in a single month. So again, whatever your goals are, we have the track for you. And it's all about teamwork. So you are in business for yourself, but not by yourself. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. I mentioned even if the person who introduced you to ASEA is no longer doing the business, there's people above them. And you just keep going up and you'll find people who really have your best interest at hand. It's a win-win situation. The more successful you become, the more successful they become. And again, like Zig Ziglar said, if you help enough other people get what they want in life, you will have all that you want in life as well. Okay, in closing here, I'm just going to talk about the law of diffusion of innovation, because this is hopefully will bring some clarity on the power and the timing of the ASEA opportunity right now. Any great breakthrough goes through this process, okay? The law of diffusion of innovation. In the very beginning, okay, you have 2.5%, or what we call innovators. This would be like our founders, Vertus Norton, Jim Pack, Tyler Norton, the ones who saw the vision and the potential, did the research, homework, did all the potential to bring this to say to market. Then you have 13.5% are the early adopters. These guys are taking a lot of early arrows. Then the early majority comes aboard at 34%. Then you have the late majority at 34%. And then you have the laggards there. So it's 16% of the people out there. You know these people, right? These people would still be using one of those rotary phones if they could find one. Their VCRs or their Blu-ray players, they're flashing 12 o'clock. Right? We call them the 12 o'clock flashers because they didn't know how to set the time, okay, on their VCRs. So you know there's a percentage of those folks out there. So how does this look on the opportunity window here? Well, in the very beginning of a company's evolution here, it starts out in the foundation phase. And this would be where you see the early adopters and, of course, the innovators at the very beginning. Then it goes through concentration. So where more early adopters start to gather. Then the company goes into momentum, where it goes from small to big in a short period of time. Then it can go into stability. And then if a new innovation comes up that it's ready to release, then it can go up again. There are a couple examples of companies in our industry that have been able to continually have great bursts of growth. Now, right here is what's known as critical mass. And it's the point just before the company goes from small to big. And if you are within a 10-month window of before or into this momentum phase, you have the greatest potential to earn the most amount of income in the shortest period of time. I'll give you an example. A good friend of mine spoke with a gentleman who had created a 6-figure monthly commission check multiple times, about 3 times. And he listed a few of the commonalities that were present, okay, when he created these. First off, what he said was that this momentum phase lasts typically about 2.5 to 3.5 years. And in this growth phase is when the company as a whole is growing about 20% a month. Now, I'll tell you, ASEA is having somewhere around 11% growth each month. So we are approaching this. Now, as an example, his income, okay, just before going into this growth phase was about $20,000 a month. Literally 12 months later, became $180,000 a month. 24 months later, about 2 years later, anywhere from $300,000 to $900,000 per month. Now, I know something, or another example of one of my mentors, little less loftier than this, but think about it this way. In the late 80s, he joined one of the what is now multi-billion-dollar network marketing companies in our industry, one of our great success stories. And it took him 1 year to get his income earnings to $5,000 a month. The company went into this momentum growth phase after that stage. And 18 months later, he was earning $80,000 a month. Now, I think for most of us, you know, out here, we would say, hey, look, $80,000 a month is an extremely healthy income. Now, at that point, there was some media, some press, and they made some statements that were not true, but a lot of people quit and went fleeing. So they had to get those retracted. After the smoke cleared, you know, his income was still somewhere around $40,000 or $50,000 a month. And he literally didn't work for around 9 years or so. Around 9 years. He started a family, had 3 children over that course of time, and really lived the dream, if you will. Was able to travel the world, put them through the best schools. They're educated. His kids speak multiple languages. I mean, it's quite, you know, an amazing journey. So this is all possible. And again, because of the timing of where ASEA is at, and let me explain where that is, we are right about here. Right about here. And whether it's in the next 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, I do feel that we are rapidly approaching our vertical growth phase and what I refer to as the green zone, if you will, of where you want to be. You want to be positioned. So don't wait, don't sleep, because when it happens, if you put this off, you may turn around and look and go, wow, what happened? I should have did this last year, or I should have got positioned 18 months ago when I saw this. Look at where the company went. They went from 70 million, or they went from 100 million to 300 million. It seems like almost overnight. Okay, don't be one of those people who shoulda, woulda, coulda. Okay, I'm going to encourage you to go out and again and educate people on this, because this will happen. The most significant growth period will happen one time. And down the road, it can happen again and all that. But this is truly the most exciting time in ASEA's history. We've just now cleared the 5-year mark. So as far as stability goes, we know the company is rock solid and stable, and we are getting ready to expand to even more markets, some of the biggest markets in the world, like the Far East, for example. We're not even there yet. So again, the potential is huge, and I just want to encourage you to go out and take advantage. You work hard now, work hard for the next 12 months, 24 months, or 3 years, and put something in place to where it will give you the freedom to not have to work again if you choose to, but also to create this amazing lifestyle of time, freedom, and flexibility. Okay, if you have any questions before I wrap up, let me go ahead and stop sharing my screen. I think the lighting here, sun kind of shifted around as I was going through that a little bit better. If you do have any questions, just right underneath the screen here in the comment section, feel free to type them in. I'll be more than happy to answer. And again, it can be at this stage anything with regards to the product technology, anything with regards to the business information I just covered. But feel free. I'll go ahead and give you a second, and then I'll refresh. I'm going to refresh the comments here. And while I'm doing this too, just a reminder, the next call is Monday morning, bright and early at 9 a.m. Pacific, which is noon on the East Coast. Tune into the Team Reactive Leadership in Momentum call. We'll be excited to be giving you all kinds of great updates, things happening throughout the week. Next week, hopefully we'll see everyone or as many people as possible in New York. We've got a great event next Saturday, a Super Saturday event in Rye Brook. And for all the events, go to ASEAEvents.com. There's also a European Velocity convention tour event coming up in Oslo, Norway. So be sure to go there, and there'll be more information and how you can get tickets for those events as well. Okay, looks like there are no questions, so I'm going to go ahead and sign off, and just want to wish everyone out there a great rest of your Saturday, rest of your weekend, and I'll see you later. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.